Do you want to carry your team with impactful initiator utility and make life easier for your entering duelists?
What timing from EU? That is disgusting!
But does it feel like no matter what you do, you're just not having that impact? If you've been stuck wondering what's going wrong, don't worry, you're not alone. Hey guys, it's Konpeki here, and I'm a Radiant player and coach who's helped thousands of players rank up through my coaching program called the Immortal Roadmap Program. And in this video, I'll break down why you might be struggling as an initiator and how to fix it. We'll cover how to use reveals effectively, maximizing your flashes, and mastering drone-like abilities, so that way you can finally get the results you've been aiming for. Now, the first reason you might be struggling as an initiator comes down to how you use your reveals. Reveals are a core part of an initiator's toolkit. Abilities like Sova's Recon Dart, Fade's Haunt, or even KO's Knife are all designed to gather info and make life easier for your team. However, simply throwing out a reveal isn't going to be enough. A poorly placed or poorly timed reveal can leave gaps in your team's information that enemies can easily exploit. For example, if your reveal misses critical angles like close corners or common hiding spots, your duelists are going to be left vulnerable, forced to clear multiple dangerous positions when entering a site. This, therefore, drastically increases the chance of failure. So what makes a reveal purposeful and meaningful? A meaningful reveal highlights key positions that threaten your team's push, such as a close right angle on Haven's C Garage or B-site cubby on Bind. By revealing these high priority spots, you allow your team to take space confidently and safely. Learning lineups is another good way to help take your reveals to the next level. They're often quick and easy to practice, and they ensure that when you do shoot a reveal, it covers the right areas. Lineups remove the guesswork and lets you make a consistent impact every round. Plus, communicating with your teammates about what your reveal does and doesn't scan helps everyone play more confidently and minimizes risky plays. Next, let's talk about timing. This is a fundamental aspect of being an initiator that many players overlook because they're focused on using their utility quickly to just get it over with. Poor timing, however, can ruin the effectiveness of your reveal. As mentioned earlier, a reveal without purpose doesn't help anyone, and the same goes for using it at the wrong moment. If you send out a reveal before your team is ready to act, you're squandering its potential. For example, imagine you fire your reveal into A site on Abyss while your duelists are still rotating from spawn. Sure, you might scan some enemies, but do you think they'll just stay put waiting for your team to capitalize off of that? Most opponents will reposition the moment they're revealed, especially if there's no immediate pressure from your teammates. That's why timing is everything. Therefore, to make the most out of your utility, coordinate your reveals with your team's actions. You don't need comms to time this perfectly in ranked. Just keep an eye out on the minimap. Watch how close your duelists are to entering through a choke point and time your reveal to land just as they're about to push. This ensures your utility aligns seamlessly with their aggression, making it far easier to capitalize on the information you provide. To further boost its effectiveness, you can even pair it with another piece of utility like a flash or a molly. This approach not only makes it harder for enemies to destroy the reveal, but also creates openings for your teammates to secure kills. Now, reveals aren't just for gathering info though. They're also powerful for faking plays. On attack, if you've been dominating one side of the map, you can easily coordinate a fake with your teammates to sow confusion. For instance, use your reveal alongside an omen flash or a jet dash to sell the fake. Enemies will scramble to defend the site only to realize too late that your team has already taken space elsewhere. Properly timing and combining your utility can throw the enemy team off balance, which allows you to capitalize on their mistakes. And one final mistake I want to point out in regards to reveals is predictability. If you keep revealing the same spot every single round, experienced players will catch on. They'll wait for the reveal, avoid it, and then move as soon as it's gone. This predictability becomes a major liability as you climb ranks. Being unpredictable is Valorant 101. Switch up your reveal placements, try different lineups, and experiment with bouncing reveals. You don't always need a fancy lineup. Sometimes an improvised reveal aimed at a less expected angle can catch enemies off guard and give you and your team vital info. Next big mistake that's likely holding you back as an initiator is how you're using your flashes. Flashes are among the most powerful tools in an initiator's kit because they create opportunities for your team to enter sites safely. However, similar to reveals, many players throw flashes randomly without considering timing or purpose. As an initiator, your flashes can either set your team up for success or completely derail a push. So how do you fix this? The key lies in timing and coordination. Flashing around corners or obstacles while you or a teammate swings ensure you capitalize on the blind rather than just hoping that it lands. Even better, learning simple flash lineups for site entry can give your teammates the confidence to push without worrying about blinding themselves. Flashes are true game changers, but only if you use them with intention. Now, to make your flashes even more effective, you can pair them with other utility. Combining flashes with smokes that you can pop out of, recon abilities, or mollies can completely overwhelm the enemy team. For example, flashing while a teammate throws a reveal forces opponents to choose between being blinded, repositioning, or staying put while being revealed. This combination lets your team take space with minimal resistance and maximum confidence. When done right, flashes don't just support your team, they give them a decisive edge in the fight. Just like with reveals, timing is another crucial part of the puzzle for flashes as well. Many players underestimate the importance of syncing their flashes with their teammates' movements. If you flash too early, it may expire before your team can act on it. But if you flash too late, the window to take space disappears. So take the time to learn how long your flashes take to pop, because this knowledge helps you plan and identify the exact moment to use them. For instance, if your Jett needs a flash for a peek, make sure you coordinate it precisely with their swing. This level of teamwork is what separates decent initiators from the exceptional ones. Now, before I go into the remaining initiator tips, like how you want to maximize drone-like and clearing abilities, I would like to quickly remind you that if you'd like hands-on help trying to implement any of the tips mentioned in this video, my team of Radiant and VCT coaches can help you rank up 500 RR in just 10 weeks guaranteed, or we'll coach you for free until you do inside the Immortal Roadmap program. Inside, you'll receive over 100 hours of personalized coaching, including hands-on drills, scrims, and one-on-one sessions to ensure you learn everything you need to hit Immortal Plus. So if you're serious about putting in the work with world-class coaches, click the link in the description below to book a free strategy call with me or one of our coaches to see if we'd be a good fit. Hurry, because we have 57 out of 80 spots remaining for the next season of the program that starts next month. Now, let's get back to the video. Another major reason you might be struggling as an initiator lies in how you use your drone-like abilities. Tools like Skye's dog, Sova's drone, or Tejo's stealth drone rank among the most valuable utility in Valorant. For a cost of 250 to 400 credits, they act like a sixth player by scouting for enemies without putting you in harm's way, provided you deploy them from a safe position. Yet many players misuse their drones by sending them out too early without a plan. A drone launched aimlessly offers little value to your team. For instance, if your teammate is one ult orb away from a crucial ultimate, you can drone into main to check for operators or aggressive enemies, ensuring that your teammates can safely grab the orb. On the other hand, using your drone while you're alone and simply pinging an enemy might look helpful, but if you're not taking space or capitalizing on that info, that drone becomes a wasted resource. Effective drone usage should enable your team to push forward, because without that purpose, the drone loses its value. Drones are also extremely effective at baiting out enemy utility. Whether it's forcing an enemy reveal, a counter drone, mollies, or even a smoke, a well-timed drone can waste valuable enemy resources that don't recharge, giving you an advantage later in the round. To be efficient when droning, keep an eye out for traps, mollies, or other utility you can destroy later with shocks or mollies, adding even more pressure on the enemy. On defense, drones are among your most powerful tools, alongside flashes and reveals. They provide vital information about enemy positions, especially when your other abilities are on cooldown. In retake situations, drones shine by helping your team locate enemies and helping them to focus on specific areas on the site. They can even set up opportunities for wallbangs. A strategically used drone can swing the momentum of a retake and give your team a solid chance to secure the round. Lastly, even if it sounds obvious, tagging high priority enemies is going to be essential. If there's an operator holding an angle your team needs to push, that operator should be your first tagging priority. Clearing that threat lets your teammates advance without fearing a sniper. However, if no operator is in play and a close angle defender is the bigger danger, tag them first. The goal is to maximize your drone's value. By fully clearing and tagging, you prevent your team from moving in blindly. Misusing your drone and failing to clear crucial areas can leave your teammates exposed and cost you the round. So always ask yourself, how can I use this drone to set my team up for success? Finally, let's talk about mollies, stuns, and other damage or displacement abilities like KO's molly, Gekko's molly, or Breach's stun. These tools can feel like the least impactful part of your kit, but that's only because they're often used incorrectly. The secret to maximizing their impact lies in timing, placement, and variation. The key to using your stuns effectively is understanding exactly when and where to deploy them. Just like flashes and drones, stuns allow you to force enemies off of common angles, making it easier for your team to take space. A common mistake is repeatedly using a stun at the entrance to mains when fighting for control. While this can work, enemies will eventually anticipate it and avoid your stun, letting them regain the advantage. Instead, create checkmate scenarios by coordinating your stun with information from your teammates, like a drone or an enemy breaking your team's tripwire or your teammate that's jump spotting. This ensures your stun lands effectively, leaving enemies with no escape. Timing and placement also matter when using mollies. Throwing a molly randomly might look proactive, but without proper planning, it's often wasted. Using mollies mollies in choke points or common enemy hideouts is more effective and can sometimes net you a free kill. For example, using a Gekko molly on top of B tube or in the cubby on bind are incredibly effective ways to flush an enemy out of hiding spots. Mollies are also especially useful in post-plant scenarios. On attack, you can molly the spike to prevent the defuse, buying precious seconds. And on defense, a well-placed molly in a choke point can delay a push or flush enemies out of spots like the generator on Ascent's A site. Fade's C's and Tejo's guided salvo can serve a similar role, forcing enemies to stay put or being forced to swing out. Many players panic when caught by Fade's C's, often swinging prematurely and giving you and your team the perfect chance to capitalize. And this brings us to lineups for mollies. Learning proper molly and shock dart lineups ensure you get the most from your utility. By positioning your mollies accurately, you and your teammates can ignore specific areas of the map for a couple seconds. Enemies who try to push through either have to peek with lower health or they end up dead. Similarly, shock dart lineups can help you break trips or mollies from a distance, forcing defenders to rotate and cover a gap that was previously guarded by a trap or an alarm bot. This shift can create a breach in the enemy defense, giving your sentinel the opportunity to catch them off guard and eliminate them during the post plant. Now that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.